Hey everyone, how you doing? It's William back again. As I know, in the last video I said I was going to be doing something different, going from the Kiln Creek Trail. Now I'm off the trail and I'm actually inside the fitness center, obviously because even though weather's been warm and cold, I was just going to get a little too cold I don't say not for everybody, but for a lot of people it's getting a little too cold out there, so I brought it to the inside. Anyway, so this is going to be the Thanksgiving challenge that I have posted up here in the fitness center. You're probably thinking, well, Thanksgiving's already passed. Why is it called a Thanksgiving challenge? Well, I do that because, let's all be real, between Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, and that span of those, let's say 2 months, a little over 2 months, basically it's all you do is eat with friends, eat with family, and just, a lot of people gain weight. Let's be honest, a lot of people gain weight during these times. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing 4 different exercises that I'm going to put into a circuit, and my goal is to get you to do it for 5 rounds. So you're going to be doing 20 exercises all together for a certain amount of reps. Now you can do that at your own pace that suits your abilities, or you can do it more than 5 rounds, however you want to do it, and you can do this throughout the week. So something's to help burn those calories and keep yourself fit during this season where everybody likes to eat and have a good time, I should say. All right, so I'm doing, like I said, 4 exercises, going to be set into a whole entire circuit. So I'm getting to the first exercise now. All right, everyone, so for this first exercise, it's going to be called the figure 8. And I'm doing the figure 8 with a kettlebell, as you can see right here. So basically, you can pick the kettlebell. Well, we have an assortment of them already here. So we got a 5, a 10, a 15, a 20, and a 25. Of course, pick the one that's best suited for you. Now, if you want to use something heavier than, a 25-pound kettlebell, then obviously you can just use the dumbbells there to the side right of it, and just kind of use those and grab on the edges like that. All right, now before this exercise, a kettlebell, like I said, I got a 15 right here. Of course, choose a weight that's appropriate for you. So you grab it right here on the sides. You get into your stance right here, good solid stance. And all you're doing is coming through like a figure 8. Just going around, through. And as you get to that beginning stage, which is right here, that's when you can count 1. So start right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just like that. And then we're doing that repetition and that figure 8 motion just like that, all the way up to 15 reps, okay? So you get 15 reps of exercise right there, and then we're gonna jump to the next exercise, part of the circuit, okay? Let's get it. All right, everyone, so for the second exercise part of the circuit, we're gonna be doing resistant band curls. So of course, resistance bands, obviously, just like it says, just doing curls just to create a little extra resistance versus just using normal dumbbells. And of course, when it comes to this, you're gonna pick the weight that's best for you. Obviously, right now, I got something pretty light, just has some at 20 pounds, but as you know, now, well, maybe not everybody, but as you know, there's a basket there by the front door to have a whole bunch of resistance bands in, and also realize that you can combine the resistance bands to make a heavier weight. So you could say, say we have a 50 in there, but we have more than one, so I could do a 50 plus a 30, and then do 80 pounds, and like 80 pounds with resistance versus 50 or 30. So just something in case you're trying to push yourself to a different level. So first all you're gonna do is put your feet up in here, get a nice little wide stance there. Make sure to equal on your side, create that resistance for you. Coming up, squeeze at the top, bring it back down, squeeze, bring it back down, squeeze, bring it back down, squeeze. Kind of on the side view there. Come up, squeeze, bring it back down, squeeze, bring it back down. Now, of course, when you're doing this exercise, always make sure that your elbows are locked into your side there and not just kind of flailing around, locked inside. Really keep that contraction on that bicep muscle there. And of course, now this exercise also going to be for 15 reps. And then we're going to jump to the third exercise right now. All right, everyone, so for the third exercise, we're going to have, as you can see, we got some dumbbells here. We're going to do some tricep extensions. Now, these are very basic exercises, but instead of doing resistance bands, we're going to be using the dumbbells here. Now, for the dumbbells, of course, you're going to find, like always, I always tell you guys, use the way that is appropriate or adequate for you. Don't ever try to impress anybody. I don't care who you with. Just basically stick to what you can do best, and that's safe for you. All right, so right now I got just some 20s just for example purposes. So I'm gonna grab these right here. So when you're doing it, so I'm coming to a side stance so you can kind of see more what I'm doing. Step to the side here, then I come over your head. This motion right here. Come come up, elbows face up like so, extend all the way up, bring it back down, extend up, bring it back down, extend up, bring it back down, extend up, back down, extend up, bring it back down, just like that. That's what you're gonna be doing, okay? And that right there is a tricep extension. Now, of course, when you're doing a tricep extension, you wanna make sure you try to keep your arms away from like wiggling back and forth, and kind of keep them steady. So you don't wanna be doing like kind of like this, trying to keep it this. And if you find it hard to keep this, I would say keep this stance, or like keep this, moving like this, and maybe the lower weight, weight might be a little too heavy for you. So like I said, you always wanna keep this safe. So just saying, have your arms up, keep them in this position right here, come up, come back down, up, come back down, come up, come back down. And of course, now this exercise will also be for the 15 reps. So remember, so you're gonna do the first, second, third, and then we're gonna jump to the final and fourth exercise for the circuit right now. All right, everyone, so for the fourth and final exercise of this circuit, what we're doing is a little step up right here, and basically, I'm gonna have the bench lined up, and I can show you how I have the bench lined up right now. So the bench lined up like that. Make sure you're gonna have it lined up so it's kind of braced against this. So if you do step on it at a different angle, you put the pressure on it, it's not gonna slide, kind of help make you fall. So it's braced against this, and you're also gonna be using this as to help you step up. Now, if you're not able to do that, maybe because have some knee issues or anything like that, I'm gonna show you a variant of that after this. Okay. So basically, all you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be gripping up here. Find something that you can hold on. Maybe it's this, whatever makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel stable. Grab onto it. Come up here. Step up. Step back down. Step up. Back down. Step up. Back down. Step up. Step back down. Now, this is for 20 reps. However, you're going to be alternating legs at 10. That means you have 10 step-ups with your right leg and 10 step-ups with your left leg. That way you have one, bouncing off like that. So it means you kind of, one leg's guiding over the other. So you put usually a little more leg muscles in the one that's actually coming up and pushing up versus the one that's just falling behind. That way you can kind of even it out. So doing a 10 plus a 10. Okay, so that equals at that perfect 20 at the end. So that will be the fourth and final exercise. That is the step up, at least with the bench here. Now, like I said, if you're not able to do that with the bench because stepping up that high or putting that pressure, maybe don't bother your knees or something like that, you can't do a normal kind of step up, or basically you're just doing, you want to have something to push off of. But what you can do is we could do more of a tap. So it's not exactly the same, but you're still stepping up and away. So you see, you're tapping like so, and tap, tap, tap. Now for the count, since you're not going to be stepping and pressing off in that manner, since you're going that way, I'm doing that, you're going to do basically a 2 count. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. So every 2 is 1, so it still gets to that 20 number in the end. So it's just not that extra push that you do if you're doing a normal step up like I showed before. Okay, so that is the fourth and final exercise for this Thanksgiving challenge for this week 1. Now, of course, I'm about to go a little recap and then explain everything thoroughly. Okay. All right, everyone. So right there, that was the week 1 of the Thanksgiving challenge. Like I said, so basically I gave you 4 exercises to do. Like I said, this one was just kind of the first week, a little something just to kind of start things off. Next week I'll mix things up a little bit more, throwing some machines here around that we have here in the fitness center, and then kind of keep going and building from there as the weeks go along. Like I said, just kind of a recap. So we started off with the figure 8s with the kettlebell, or use a dumbbell depending on how much weight that you want to use. But I wouldn't recommend going too far because you also got to remember, as you come out, the further you are from your body, the weaker you become. So kind of doing this, if you do too much weight, it can actually put a lot of stress, rotator cuffs, shoulders, things like that, which you don't really want to do. No reason to get injured in the holiday season. So, all right. But anyway, so that's the first exercise. Second exercise, you do bicep curls with the resistance bands. So of course you use those just to kind of a little mix calisthenics into, normal instead of traditional bicep curl with the dumbbell. Then after that, we actually went back to the dumbbells and used for a tricep extension. And then for the fourth and final exercise, we did the step up. Now remember, those first 3 exercises for 15 reps, and then that final step up one is for 20. So it's it goes a little bit quicker with the step up one. And then of course, if you did the one that you actually can step up on the bench, that's 10 for your right leg, 10 for your left leg. Now if you're doing the one, you're not able to use the bench, you get to use the step and do like that 2 count, which is about just 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, just like that. Okay, now remember this is for 5 rounds. So you're doing all 4 of those exercises back to back to back to back at your pace for 5 rounds. Now if you want to, say you have a moment where you have the whole gym separated for yourself, you could spread things out and do it that way, that we have to kind of run to each circuit, kind of make it a little more fun for you. Or if it's kind of a little more tight space and more people are here with you, you can kind of put it all in one spot. That's why I kind of did it that way, so you put it all in one spot, knock the exercises out, and then kind of get going from there. Like I said, you can do 5 rounds and leave, or you can do the 5 rounds, but I want a little bit more, do your own exercise, or do it all over again. So now you got 10 rounds and even more exercises. I guarantee it's gonna get the heart pumping. All right, guys, so that is week 1 of the Thanksgiving challenge. Now, of course, if you want a little more instructions, or if you want me to tailor something more designed for you and your body and your needs, just let me know. You can also and contact me in my email, which I'll put right here. Or if you want, you can contact me by my cell phone. You can text me, call me, whatever the case, and I'll put the number right here. All right, guys, so after that, be safe with these exercises, enjoy, and I'll see you guys in a video week 2.